Okay, so if you want to check your own vessel's internal volume, then you have to use Maxsurf Stability, load in your design, so open your design, load it into Maxsurf Stability. Hopefully, to make life easier, your frame of reference will give you 0 point at the transom. It's not too much of an issue. It should still work if your 0 point is somewhere else, but for standardization it might be better just to work with a 0 point at the transom and also at the keel. Then click the results window and then come up to display and data format. Now you can switch off and switch on all of these different data formats. Now on your version, as the default version, it actually comes with volume displaced without the tick in the box. So put the tick in the box, click OK. Just check your units of measure. So I'm using meters. You could use centimeters and millimeters. It's just the numbers are just huge though. So I'll go with meters. Then you want to come across and you're going to do an upright hydrostatics version, and you're going to use the displacement range. Now what we've got to do is we've got to get the boat to sink, because that will give us then the maximum internal volume. So all the boats roughly sink, because of the shape, around the sort of between 25 and 35 kilos, so it's very dependent on your design. This one I know easily sinks before 30 kilos of displacement. So I'm going to put the number of displacements at 30 as well here, so that we've got an incremental by kilo table to look at, and then we're going to look and find the values where it actually sinks, and that will give us the volume of displacement at the point at which it sinks, which will then give us the internal volume. So click OK, and then we're going to just run the upright hydrostatics to start the analysis. This will take a few seconds, depending on your speed of your computer and the processors and all that sort of stuff. You may get a not responding little icon up here. Don't worry about that, that's just calculating it. And there we have it, we've got all the data coming through. So you're going to scroll across this window, and where the vessel sinks is where the numbers get crazy. So you can, I choose the lower value just to make sure that we've got, you know, I'm using the biggest volume before it sinks basically. It depends on shear line curves and things like that. That's why the actual number goes up slightly. But for a standard figure, this is where it sinks, where the numbers go very, very high. And that's the value there that I utilize for the internal volume, so 0.014 meters squared against the volume of displacement. And that is how you find the internal volume of the vessel, which you can then utilize to analyze data against other volumes of other boats.